Hey everyone, I'm Lamont Gilchrist, www.lgfitnessmessiah.com is my webpage. Lamont Gilchrist on YouTube, Lamont Gilchrist, Lifetime Natural Pro Bodybuilder, Lamont Gilchrist, Fitness Messiah on YouTube. LG Getting in Shape, Lamont Gilchrist, Natty, all the above handles that I have. I want to talk today about something that's very important that people seem to not understand about exercising. I injured myself yesterday. I kind of pulled a little muscle in my back a little bit, so taking it light today. I'm doing a little cardio, a little stretching, a little icing. My preparation and my recovery mode for when I get injured, and so this is kind of like as a day off for me. That's why I don't really schedule too many days off in between traveling and doing things. Life usually give you days off, but I posted on my blog an article about overtraining. Now, overtraining is very, very critical, especially to us natural athletes, because we tend to start breaking down, things start to happen, we get mentally fatigued, we get drained, we're not ready to go, an injury occur in most cases. Now, there are a lot of different components to overtraining that runs parallel to what it is that you're doing outside of the gym to actually dictate if you're overtraining. Now, for someone to say, well, you're overtraining, that's a general statement and not necessarily may be true or may not be true. You can train as hard and push your body as hard as your body is ready to be pushed, as hard as your body is, or hard as your body can recover. That's the whole principle behind the blood doping, steroids, and what these guys who use growth hormones and other different types of drugs, is that they're speeding up their recovery process. So if you're speeding up your recovery process, then technically you're not overtraining because you're healed and ready to get back to what it is that you're doing. Now, for us natural people, people don't understand overtraining in general. You can train as heavy or as light or whatever training style you want to train. If you're not taking care of the things that you need to take care of outside the gym, nutrition, supplementation, free radicals, antioxidants, cholesterol levels, sleep, rest, hydration, then no matter what type of training you're doing or what type of training style you're doing or what type of intensity you're doing, you are going to hit the wall a lot faster, meaning that you are going to be into an overtraining or a delayed onset muscle soreness DOMS situation a lot faster than someone who's taking care of those situations. Like, I train super hard and people are like, man, you know, blah, blah, blah. People think I train almost unnatural because of my recovery, just like with my injury. I know by Friday I'll be ready to go. I know my body. I know what's going on. Is one of the little quadratus and underneath the gluteus medius muscles that I tend to like tweak or get a little response from, and it just throws everything off for a short second. I probably need to really get into it. Probably need to get some ultrasound waves down into it to break that up and get that stiffness up out of there so that it'll loosen up. But nevertheless, not about me. Back to you and overtraining or anyone else. Now, so it's just like, you know, people, I don't think people really have a good understanding of how the process of working out, getting in shape and everything works. People think you can burn off things. Yeah, you can burn calories, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're burning off things. So you can't eat a cake, go to the gym, do cardio. And even if you're at a deficit of calorie. Let's say you burn all the caloric amount of the cake off. You still have the chemical or the reaction that went on into your body that already happened. Let's say that you have, you're eating saturated fat, butters and breads and everything else, and you burn off all the calories. You still have the artery or the cholesterol buildup or the insulin spike that went on inside your body. So no matter, even if you do exercise, the actual caloric numbers off, let's say that you burn a lot of calories, you still have the chemical reaction or the oxidization inside of your body that already happened. It's like rust. Okay, if you drive a car through the snow in the winter and all these other things, you go wash your car and do everything you want to. Sooner or later, after a period of time, if it's metal, it's going to oxidize and get rusted. You know what I'm saying? So the act of driving through there, even though you're washing it off and taking it off, the actual act of the oxidization, the chemical reactions that's going on at that particular time is what is harmful to the human body. And I don't think people truly understand that. Meaning they think that, okay, it's okay to do all these particular things. Well, you can, but you're going to pay a price for it. The same thing as far as like what I was talking about with overtraining. If you're not setting up all these different principles, meaning like in order to train hard, I can train hard because I supplement on time. I know what my body is doing. I take my antioxidants. I got everything on time. I stay anabolic. I do this. My recovery is excellent. You know what I'm saying? I get rest and all these other things. So I can train hard. And no matter how hard I train, more than likely, I'm not going to be overtraining. In a session, saying like overtraining in a session, that's not really, I mean, it can happen, but you really got to push your body to extreme. But you can't overtrain, meaning like you can train in a session and when you leave, you can't recover. You got delayed onset muscle soreness. You got all kinds of other different things going on. Just because you wasn't prepped, just because your recovery cycle that you do with your body is not on task or not on point. And so really, even no matter how hard you was going to work, if you was going to work hard or you was going to work not so hard in some people's estimation of when they see people exercise, regardless of whatever it is that you're doing, you are not prepped. And so anything that you add to the already stressful situation because you don't have everything else on point, it's already automatically going to kick over into overtraining. Same way with nutrition and getting in shape. You can lose weight, you can lose body fat and everything. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're not hardening your arteries. Your heart isn't suffering. Your body, you're not going to be diabetic and all these other things. You can do all these different things. If you, like with drugs, if you abuse your body, the effects of the drugs is going to take effect. The same thing with the food, because foods are drugs. The same way you can utilize these things to effectively combat some of the diseases or chronic illnesses or situations that you may think be hereditary into your family genotype or bloodline, but not necessarily hereditary, is environmental, because y'all all do the same thing. Y'all live in the same house. The dog is fat, the mom is fat, the kids is fat. Y'all eat the way your grandmother ate, she was fat, and the people before them was fat, and they died from diabetes and high blood cholesterol and blood pressure. And yeah, it's in your genes. It's in your genes to eat the same thing and do the same things and practice the same way that these people practice. So I hope this clears up what overtraining or getting on point or nutritionally being on point is about. My name is Lamont Gilchrist. This will be on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, leave a comment, check like, whatever. I like to give y'all this content and kind of give an enlightenment on exercising and nutrition. You know, I've been doing this for 30 plus years, you know, since competing at a high level. You know, I've abused my body as a younger, switched back over into being in a harmonious state with my body and the things that I do. And, you know, I'll be 44 in a couple weeks here. You know, I feel great, you know. It's about quality of life, longevity in life, and knowledge, and becoming enlightened, and being able to understand and affect your situation as you live it. Once again, my name is Lamont Gilchrist. Thanks.